Well, welcome everybody to Ignite Humanity Live. I'm your host, Lady JB Owen, and I'm delighted to be here because guess what, everybody? It's Friday. That means it's fun and fabulous right around the corner. Whatever you're up to today, let's make sure that it's going to be filled with phenomenal. And you do something exceptional in your life because you have the opportunity to ignite humanity. You can make a difference in other people's lives, and it starts with you, what you're up to, and the things that you can do to inspire others. And being Friday and the weekend right around the corner, we just want to inspire you to do something that really supports you in being the exact person you were designed to be and have some fun. In fact, last weekend, my husband took me out cycling. We did about 40 kilometers, just being outdoors, hanging out. And I actually thought, you know what, there's something really special about loving the land. We should have like an official day where we go out and get to love the land, be outside, put our feet in the grass, in the beach, in the sand, really be loving the land, taking care of, even picking up some litter. That's all going to ignite humanity. Well, if you've got an opportunity this weekend, go out and love the land and be a part of just really part of you, part of nature, part of doing something outside your comfort zone. We're going to talk more about that with our amazing guests. But before we do that, just a reminder, head on over to our website. Check out what we're doing at Ignite Humanity Live and see all the fun stuff. We're doing a compilation book. That's right, folks. We are doing a movie and a documentary, and it's all centered around Ignite moments, those fabulous moments in your life that change you and redefine you. Those moments that, well, they just wake you up and push you forward in the direction of your life. And we all have Ignite moments. In fact, every single person I've ever met, I'll ask them, what's your Ignite moment? And they always have one. And as we share those Ignite moments, we become closer to one another, more connected. And ding, 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 it's Friday. That means it's Connection Day. We're talking about connections, and we do that through powerful Ignite moments. We're going to hear the Ignite moment of our guest, so let me introduce him. All right, we're going to welcome to the show Dr. Mike Van Thielen, PhD. He is a holistic nutritionist, physician, mentor, and biohacking expert. He's also a best-selling author, international keynote and motivational speaker, and a world record holder in swimming. For over 3 decades, he's been involved in optimal health practices, anti-aging and regenerative medicine, sports performance nutrition, supplementation, and biohacking. In addition to his health expertise, Dr. Mike holds many business and marketing certifications. He's an extensive business expert and a proven track record of establishing and developing successful operations. He's developed a corporate impact program and currently contracts with corporations to improve culture and significantly increase employee engagement and focus, production, and upgrading the body and the mind. Incredible. So much to learn. All right. Welcome, Dr. Mike. So happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Very exciting.
Yeah, brilliant. And we have a great conversation to chat about. So many interesting things that you're doing. We did talk a little bit before the show. And one of the things that you brought up was that idea of getting outside your comfort zone. I think with the weekend here and so many opportunities, let's dive in right there. How can people do something different to get outside what's known as the comfort zone?
Well, I like your introduction about the grounding, right? I mean, grounding in itself, being connected with Mother Earth is one of the best biohacks and the cheapest biohacks around. Because when we are grounded and one with Mother Earth, all our negative energy, the electromagnetic frequencies and the toxins that are built up in our body are actually going back into Mother Earth. So it's really one of those simple things that we can do. And if we do it outside, like you said, on the land, not only are we grounding, but we get fresh air and we get movement. So that's like three biohacks in one. So yes, I agree with you. Let's get out there and let's refresh our body and our mind by simply grounding. Just make sure you take those shoes off and walk on that nice sand on the beach or in your yard or in a park. It doesn't really matter. So yes, if it's something that you normally don't do, we could say get out of your comfort zone and try some new things.
Yeah, it's a really neat idea. There's that wonderful movie Avatar where they sort of had this connection with the animals and connection with the land. I've been indoors for months with winter here in Canada, and getting my feet on the grass, I felt like the grass was just kind of connecting with my energy and having like all of this connection points. I thought, it's really amazing how nature has life and vitality and all of those things. It was a really wonderful feeling, and we really do take it for granted. What a great hack. Comfort zones also, many people tease me about how much cycling I love to do, about pushing my body, challenging. I'm speaking to the choir. You are an incredible swimmer. You have done many challenges. Can you talk a little bit about pushing ourselves, not sitting in stagnation, just really being willing to see how far we can go and how thrilling and exhilarating that is?
Yeah, I think to really perform at your maximum potential, there has to be a few things in place. And I think the first one is you need to have a purpose, right? Nobody's going to get out of their comfort zone if there's no purpose, if there's no passion. So many times with my clients, I have to talk about, are you really living your purpose? And if they don't know what their purpose is, we really have to find their purpose and reignite. And here we are again, igniting their passions. Last week I talked to people that were retired and they're in their 50s and they basically, fulfilled their responsibilities for their families and they worked and they kind of think life is over. And now it's your time to figure out, okay, what were the superpowers that you dreamed about when you were a child? Who was it that you wanted to be? What brings fire in your stomach? Let's explore that. And look, we got another 50 years to make those things happen and not just step into the superpowers, but unleash those superpowers. And of course, some people like to just dream, but don't take action. And that's where this comfort zone is just an obstacle for us, because we humans, and especially our minds, does not like to change, does not like the idea of fear. So what I do often is I educate people on what the comfort zone is and what they can expect. And so that makes it much easier to step out of that comfort zone. Because once we get out of our comfort zone, the first next zone is called the fear zone. And
Oh.
then the next zone is the learning zone, because now we got to learn new skills. And then the last zone is what we call the growth zone. And once we're in the growth zone for a while, that growth zone now becomes what? Our next comfort zone. So then we need to leave that growth zone again. So we educate people on what's coming. And I think the number one obstacle is that when people, come home with a new idea and share it with their friends or their family or the loved ones, often it's put down immediately. Oh, no, you can't do that. Or I wouldn't do that. Or you're risking your job, or you're risking this, or are you crazy, right? And so when I educate people, it's like you need to expect those responses, not because these people don't wish you the best or wouldn't support you, and they don't do it on purpose, meaning holding you back, but you are part of their comfort zone, and that's why they want you to leave that comfort zone. As long as you start understanding that and you know what's coming, when you are stepping out of that comfort zone, it's going to be much easier when you know what's coming to you and what you can expect. And then when you have a guide or a coach or somebody like you to help you accountable and walk you through that the first time, things become very exciting.
I really appreciate that, because often, and I'm a big dreamer and I love to do amazing things. I'm going to cycle to Mexico this summer from Canada. I've had so many people say, "Are you crazy? You can't do that. It's so dangerous. It's too hot. You'll never make it." Da, 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 da. And I always just kind of let that permeate past me and think that it's really not about me, it's about them. Exactly what you just said. It's outside their comfort zone. It's not something they would do. And it's easier for them or safer for them that you stay where you are, because it makes them feel more secure to stay where they are. Let's talk about the next phase, because if you step out of your comfort zone and automatically into the fear zone, how do you get through that?
Well, the fear zone, everything's new, right? And so to overcome the fear zone, you got to just pass the fear zone quickly and get into the learning zone. So now you're in a different zone. Whatever it is that you're going to do, you got to learn these new skills, right? So as soon as you start learning and adapting, and if you want to cut that learning curve short, surround yourself before you get out of the comfort zone. Surround yourself with the people that already are in that next growth zone, or surround yourself with a coach or a mentor that knows exactly what to do in order to pass that fear zone quickly, get into that learning zone, into that new growth zone. So you can be a little bit proactive and assemble what I call a team of experts. And those experts, they could be your spouse, they could be your best friend, they could be somebody that is where you want to be, to guide you and pull you to that next level. And if you proactively look for those people, then that fear zone is going to be almost skipped, and you're going to end directly into the learning zone, where you are going to learn those new skills and where people can show you the pitfalls, so you end up in that growth zone pretty quickly.
It's so smart, because the only reason we fear things is really because we don't know. It's the unknown. And so you're right. If you prepare yourself through education, through learning, through training, through surrounding yourself with great people, you can kind of mitigate the fear because you have somebody pulling you forward. And that's a very popular thing in, I think, in self-development, is pulling someone forward, pulling yourself forward. It's one of the ways, folks, we can ignite humanity. You can pull someone forward. You have skills, you have training, you can mentor. There's so many people that you can help move forward out of the fear zone and into the learning zone. I like it because, you know what? We're all learners. We're all students. As soon as we give up the idea of learning something new, we kind of actually sabotage ourselves. Talk a little bit. I mean, you've learned so many amazing things in your career. What's sort of the one thing that you feel, if you had to distill it down, that we could share with our viewers? If you want to ignite humanity, you want to ignite your life, you want to get to the next step, if you just did one thing, try this.
Well, I think if we look at the big picture, it's mostly mindset. We never think about the power of our mind. Our mind not only controls our body when we talk about health, but it also controls our destiny. It's our blueprint. So when most of us know what our superpowers are, but we barely tap into them. And in order to unleash them, we got to, change that mindset. Just like you said, when you're going to take your bicycle all the way from Canada to Mexico, people are coming up with all those excuses for you not to do it. But what it is it's false core beliefs. They believe, based on past experiences that they had, that they cannot do what other people can do. But the truth is, all of us, can do whatever we want to do as long as we put our mind to it. So it has to do with belief systems. So when I help people with their mindset, we obviously going to talk about their belief systems, eliminate far core beliefs, and really start focusing on that belief system. Because if you have goals and dreams, and there's a doubt in your mind that you're not going to achieve those goals and dreams, then the universe has two options: success and failure. However, if you believe in your goals and dreams and in your successes so much that there's no doubt in your mind that you will achieve those dreams and successes, then the universe has only one option, and that's a big win. And so it's important that we really work on that belief system. And today it's actually much easier than it was 1 to 2 decades ago, because we have so many tips and strategies and technologies available to us to facilitate us getting in a better control of our mind. We talk about visualization, we talk about manifesting, and then breath work is one of those great things today, that with breath work, we can really empty our mind and tap into our different brain waves. And so we have all this to us available, and it doesn't have to cost any money to really get into control of our mind, in control of our belief systems, and really reach our goals. And this is not just top athletes or musicians or millionaires. This is everybody can do this, and everybody can unleash their superpowers and find finally fulfillment in their life.
Such a great statement, because we all do have superpowers. And one of the ways, and I want to ask you about overcoming limiting beliefs, is little baby micro movements, micro steps to help recondition the mind to know it is possible. You can do that. The first time I cycled, 5,000 kilometers, I didn't know how to cycle 5,000. I knew how to cycle 40 and then 50 and then 100. And those little micro movements, those little micro successes help change that belief system. Is there some things you can recommend for people who are just sitting at home and they're feeling like I don't even know how to start?
Yeah, there's two things, right? And they're quite opposite. So number one, I always say, if your dreams are not scary, they're not big enough, right?
Right.
But then they become overwhelming. So then people think, oh, this is my dream, but it's so scary that it's overwhelming. So then they say, I can't do it. So the next step is then, okay, it's scary enough, so it's a good goal, a good dream. So how do we not get overwhelmed? Now we need a plan. And the plan doesn't have to be details. It needs to be what? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Who do you want to be? And then we need a strategy. And that's exactly what you just said. We need incremental steps. What can we do every single day that is easy, that brings us this little step closer to that big goal and big dream? So we're going to have to break it down. This huge, overwhelming dream, we're going to break that down with a strategy. And part of that plan and strategy is, again, surrounding yourself with people that can guide you, that know what they're doing, that are at that next grow level, because they can show you the pitfalls and they can help you with your strategy and they can make you accountable. So yes, it needs to be big, but that overwhelming goal, we're going to break down, as you said it so eloquently, in incremental steps, because then you feel accomplished every day. If you work on your dream 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, within a few months, it's amazing on how much progress you have made in just those 2 months versus a whole lifetime you've been dreaming about but never got one step closer. So that's exactly the key, is those small incremental steps. But you need a plan and a strategy, and keep to it. And every day you will feel some kind of a fulfillment, because you just took that next hurdle. And when you have fire and passion and purpose and you have a plan, obstacles just become opportunities and stepping stones, versus like, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh, I'm going to give up. No, because you are focused, you have a plan, you have a passion, you have a fire, and you wake up in the morning thinking to yourself, I get up, I get to do this, I get to do that, versus I gotta get up, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And that's the key.
You are getting me fired up. I'm so excited. I'm already getting the energy. I'm like, yeah. So you exude enthusiasm and power and confidence. Let me ask you, where did that come from? How did that start? Was there a moment in your life where things were different for you, or you decided like, this is who I need to be, or this is how I'm going to live my life?
There's been a few moments, of course. I guess the first one was when I was really young. I was very competitive. I didn't like to lose. I was the fastest runner in the class, and I'm talking elementary school. I was on a soccer team, basketball team, and then suddenly there were swimming. And I lost swimming because one of my best friends was part of the local swim team, so I couldn't win. So my solution was to join the swim team, and that's how I found my passion for swimming. So even today, I kind of joke around that, yes, I have a world record in swimming, but it's actually my worst sport. But fast forward, I think that my passion for really helping people unleash their superpowers, I think that's my superpower. I help people unleash their superpower. Is, we all went through this COVID and pandemic type of area. And a friend of mine really asked me to help out doing phone calls, pre-screening people for medical marijuana. So I was talking to hundreds of people, and I was amazed on how many people are suffering with anxiety, depression, stress, worry, uncertainty. And so I really found, yes, there's drugs and therapies out there, but there was this underlying cause, lack of purpose. They were just day in, day out, is trying to put out fires, going to work. The boss puts extra work on them. Then they got to rush to home to get the kids to soccer. And then there's the partner, and life gets by, and they're bombarded with 14,000 digital messages per day. And so we cannot keep up with that. And so, I tell those people, stop. Let's sit down and let's redefine your purpose. What is your purpose in life? Because when we're born, we're forced in a certain direction. First, by society, we're supposed to go to school, then we're supposed to go to college, and then we're supposed to graduate and work for somebody else till we're 65, and then hopefully we can live the golden years, which never happens. Or we're pushed by our parents or our teachers, because if dad's a lawyer, he probably wants you to go to law school. His mom's a physician, they probably want you to go to med school. So it's time that we stop and kind of ask ourselves, because often we don't even ask ourselves, what is it that I
Mm.
want to do? What am I passionate about? And we slowly have to kind of transition back into our purpose, our dreams, and our goals.
Well said, well said. And may I assume that some of this wisdom is in your new book that's coming out?
It's already out. It's on my website. It's on Amazon. It's called the IZOD, IZOD, which actually stands for In the Zone on Demand. It's about focus, productivity, a stress-free life, and living your purpose. So it's about unleashing your superpowers. And yes, it's the IZOD method, Unleash Your Superpower. It's on Amazon. It's on my website.
Fantastic. Well, we'll pop up your website right now just in case anyone is interested. I'm always fascinated with tools and strategies and tips because I'm a big believer one thing can just move the needle 1%, and that creates a massive change over time. And so, Mike, many of the things you are sharing, I find super inspiring. Folks, check out his website and learn a little bit more. When I cycle, I kind of relate it to analogies in life. Like, sometimes you just have to let go of the handlebars, and be free. Or, life isn't always about going uphill. Sometimes there's a downhill, and the downhill can be fun. Just for a little bit of playfulness before we
Sure.
wrap up, do you have a swimming analogy that sort of relates to life, or something that you learned in the pool that you could share with us that really is an analogy for going forward?
Well, as you know, water has 1,000 times more resistance than air, right? So water can be your enemy or your friend, and it just all looks on how you look at it, right? So it can slow you down, or it can be something that moves you forward. And so again, it's mindset. It's is the glass half full? Is it glass empty? Is glass half empty? And so everything's mindset. And I think, that's kind of a swimming analogy, because obviously swimming for most people is not easy. It's about finding the most efficient way to get through the water. It's about skill, it's about technique, and it's about mindset. And I think that's what life is. That's what your bicycling is. That's what everything in life is. So, whatever your dreams and goals, you need to acquire the skills. You need to get the right coach to show you the pitfalls and show you that right technique so you can take those hurdles and accomplish your dreams, no matter what they are.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, one more. We have time for one more. Again, today is about connections. Is there something you want to share around how people can ignite humanity by building deeper, richer, more rewarding connections?
Yeah, I mean, when we think connections, we think other people, and we are social beings. And that's why I also believe when you want to realize or accomplish your goals and dreams, you can never reach your highest potential by yourself. You need to surround yourself with people that are in that next growth zone, and with people that you really need to reach your goals. And a good example is, when I was young, I was always taught you need to work on your weaknesses. And I 110% disagree with that today, because we need to continue to work on our strengths and our superpowers. That's where we are unique. But it behooves us to know our weaknesses, because we want to identify the people that are strong where we are weak, because we will need those on our team to get to our highest potential. So when we talk about connectivity, let's connect with people that are strong where you are weak, and let's connect with people that are into that next growth zone, so they can pull us forward, and then we can pull our loved ones forward also.
Fantastic. I'm so glad that we connected, and you make me want to put on my superhero cape and use my superpowers. All right. Well, thank you so much. If you want to know more about what Mike is doing, his upcoming book, some of the biohacking suggestions that he has, please go to his website. Always good information, something that will move the needle in your life and definitely ignite the planet. Thanks, Mike. Have a beautiful day and happy Friday.
Same to you. Enjoy your weekend and keep grounding.
Amen to that. All right. Well, folks, if you've got the time this weekend, go out and do some grounding, love the land, and really step outside your comfort zone. Mike gave us so many good suggestions, juicy things that we can do, and inspiring ways for us to move beyond our limiting beliefs and into that next version of ourselves. Surround yourself with some mentors, be willing to try something different, and really enjoy the abilities that you have to do the things that mean something special to you. All right. Well, we love showing up for you every week, Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Eastern. But if you missed our show, please go to our website and check out all of our episodes. We have each and every one of them available to you for free. This is my gift. This is the way I give back, making this incredible content easy to get to and bringing you guests that one by one show awesome ways that you can ignite your lives and ignite the planet. Now, I want to share that at the end of the month, I'm off to Indonesia to build our Classroom of Hope and our School of Hope. And we're so excited to be doing that, igniting literacy. But we also, of course, want to ask you to join us in donating to build those schools and our next schools upcoming next year. If you'd like to donate, please go to the link below. Every single dollar you donate buys a brick from one of the recycle blocks using the plastic pulled out of the landfills. It's an incredible initiative that makes a big impact in the environment, in the community, in the lives of children. And you know what? Those children go home and ignite the lives of their parents. So please donate generously. I also want to share that we love giving you opportunities to be a part of our community. You can go and share your Ignite moments in one of our books. We are we are creating a new book called Ignite Your Purpose. No coincidence that Mike's on the show. Our new upcoming book is called Ignite Your Purpose. If you have an Ignite moment around purpose, please go to our website and apply. We would love to tell your Ignite story. And we're also doing a book on courage and a book on humanity. There's so many opportunities for you to share. So check out our website and go there. Well, if you've got a story of your own or you're igniting humanity in your own unique way, we would love to hear from you. Fill out our type form, because here's the thing. Everyone has a mission, a purpose, and a value. Each and every person was designed to do something amazing. We just need to unfold and find what that is. And many of our guests are doing that in their lives. They're just a little bit forward. They pull themselves into their purpose and they're doing it. You too are available to do that and share with us. So let us know. And if you've got a friend, let us know about them. All right. Well, good things are happening in the world. And we're just doing one more thing to make it fun for you. We want to share that every single Thursday, we do a show called the Legacy Lounge. I love to talk to legacy leaders and people who are moving the needle in legacy. If you are interested in coming to be a part of the show, watch us on Traverse TV on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, but then sign up to the Legacy Lounge and get a backstage pass to join us with our legends and learn tools and skills directly trained to you. It's a really fun time. And why do I do this? Because I want to ignite humanity. I want to make sure that you're living your best life and you're doing what you were meant to do. I want you to shine and be bright and ignite the lives of others. And I want you to have the tools and the strategies and the tips and the inspiration you need to do it. All right, big hugs and kisses to you. Thanks so much. We'll see you on Monday. Go out and ignite your life.
Now, more than ever, we need to come together to connect with one another. We need to feel the truth in who we are and let go of everything that's happened in the past. We need to empower every person on the planet and awaken hearts, enliven souls, come together, laugh, play, rejoice, connect, create, and love. It's time to ignite humanity. We want you to be a part of something that will impact the future for everyone. We want you to tell your story, share your Ignite moment, show people who you truly are. Be a part of igniting humanity and making a difference in the world and all of our futures.